Everyone for the lighting district. I got mine for Wes, but I didn't get one
Wes
for
had a
this.
separate script, the others should not, and if they do, they'll present it in person at the.
I'll wing it.
I call to order the Street Lighting District Number 5 Budget Committee. And I will ask that this particular Budget Committee introduce themselves at this time.
Let's start with the public members. Dan, can you help facilitate that, please?
Like to introduce yourself?
My name is Ronald Baum.
Brent Timberland.
And then we have one online.
She's unmuting right now.
Hi, I'm Jeanette DeCastro.
And that's all, only 3 are present of the public members, and then commissioners. If you'll introduce yourselves, please.
Yes, good morning. Commissioner Mark Scholl.
Paul.
Commissioner Paul Savis.
Commissioner Martha Schrader.
Sonia Fisher is still, okay. Tootie Smith, Chair. Thank you very much for that. This is a little bit different from in the past. I'm going to ask our budget volunteers here to speak directly into the microphone. It's very difficult to hear wearing masks. So sometimes you have to speak at an octave higher than you normally would. Also, whoever is elected chair, normally I have some lights on here, but we're going to ask members that want to speak raise their little name cards here, and the person online will raise their hand online as well. I will now ask for nominations for chair for this budget committee.
I nominate Brent Emberlin for chair for 2000.
Excuse me, sir, you're going to have to pull your microphone right to almost touching your lips. It moves, there you go, and talk directly into it. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. I nominate Brent Emberlin for chair for the 2021-2022 Clackamas County's Service District Number 5 Budget Committee.
Do we hear a second?
Second.
Second, yep.
The motion has been made and seconded as Brett, what's her last name?
Timberland.
Timberland is chair.
Emberlin.
Emberlin.
M. Berlin, thank you. Thank you. And now we will call for a vote. Gary, is that polled or
Just a voice vote.
a voice vote? All in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed, say nay. The motion has passed. Brent Emberlin is the chair. Sir, you have the gavel.
Do I say my name first when I'm nominating?
Yes.
Okay. Brent Emberlin nominates Ronald Baum to be secretary of the 2021-2022 Service District Budget Committee. All those signifying by saying aye.
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 Okay, no nays. I will now, okay, oops, I've lost myself. Okay, we did that. Okay, Chair. Are there any other nominations? No. Hearing none, I will close the nomination for secretary. All those in favor saying I did that? Okay, right. I will now ask for the presentation of the budget by Dan Johnson and Wendy Coriel.
Thank you so much, Budget Committee for the Lighting District of Clackamas County. My name is Dan Johnson. I'm Director of DTD. We are pleased to have 6 different lines of business in the Department of Transportation and Development, one of which is targeted improvement areas, which I am pleased to announce includes the street lighting district for the county. With that, I'm going to hand it over to Wendy Coriel to provide the presentation.
Okay, good morning, Commissioners and Budget Committee members. Again, Wendy Coriel, and I'm representing Clackamas County Service District Number 5. This is the district responsible for street lighting in not only the unincorporated area of Clackamas County, but also for the city of Happy Valley. Next slide. We have 76 high-pressure sodium lights that were converted in 2021, and these are the more energy-efficient lights, known as the LED lights. And the district performed oversight on 20 projects this year, which will result in approximately 40 new light installations. Next slide. Okay, this is talking about our performance measures. District as contracts with PGE for the installation and maintenance on our streetlights. So our performance measures are mostly gauged on their performance, but we do oversight on their performance. And so these are the measures that represent that. We have 80% repair for, that's done within 5 business days as a goal. 95% operational during random surveys is our goal. We'd like to hit on 3 days repair time. And also, this last line, 40 repairs to be done. And so you'll see that line is a little elevated in the past. That was due to some reporting that was a little elevated, and so we worked with PGE to scale down what we were really asking for. And so we have an aggressive goal to have 40 repairs done each year. Next slide. So this is the summary, and this just shows that the district budget this year is $5,374,979. And this, just as a reminder, the district budget is not supported by the general fund. Okay, next slide. Okay, I'm just going to kind of highlight this just because the next slide will be supportive information based on this pie chart. So this just shows the district revenues and expenditures. And again, district budget, $5,374,979. This is the revenue coming in is mostly made up of district assessments. It's hard to see on this chart the percentages, so I'll just kind of go over that. The reserve makes up 32% of the budget. Contingency is 23.9% of the budget. And the material services is 39% of the budget. And then the capital improvement costs are 4.7% of the budget. And go ahead and next slide. So this gives a little more detail that went into that previous chart. And the assessments and interest make up the majority of the revenue for the district. We also have a carryover from the previous year for our ending fund balance. And then also for the expenses, we have material and services, reserve, and contingency. And with those two numbers, that balances our budget. Go ahead and go to the next slide. Okay, this is the summary by fund. In 2021, the district considered decreasing rates, but PGE informed us that there was going to be a slight increase in rates, so we chose not to decrease those rates. And then we also looked at doing some capital project, or at least contributing towards some capital projects. COVID hindered that a bit, but we are going to look at that for this next year. So go ahead and go to the next slide, and I'll talk a little bit about how that previous slide is impacted our rates. So because we have an influx of a little bit of extra revenue, we are proposing to do a 5% rate reduction this year. And we're also looking at doing a 2.5 rate reduction over the years 2022, 2023, all the way out to 25, 26. And with looking at the 5-year budget forecast that the district utilizes, that will give us adequate funds to still support our budget, run the district operational costs, and also be able to contribute to the capital costs and decrease rates. Let's see. Oh, conversions. So over the last several years, we've been doing conversions for our high-pressure sodium lights into LED. They're more cost-effective, as we've seen, because the rates are dropping somewhat. And so we have 926 lights yet to be converted. And this year, we anticipate to do 341. So hopefully, over the next 2 to 3 years, we'll have everything converted. Okay, so go ahead and go next. And that basically ends my presentation. Happy to answer any questions you have at this time.
I will now open the hearing for public comment. Testimony will first be taken by those present in the room, then those wishing to testify by Zoom. Christina Twilliger will call those in the room, and Dan Blaylock will facilitate those who wish to give comment over Zoom.
If anybody would like to give public comment, please come forward. It does not look like anybody in the room would like to give public comment.
If there's no public comment, I will close the public comment portion of this hearing.
Chair, we have to ask if anyone online would like to comment first, please.
We'll throw it over to Dylan Blaylock for online.
Thank you, Chair. Thank you, County Administrator Schmidt. Now is the time for public comment on the Clackamas County Service District Number 5 or Street Lighting District budget. If any members of the public would like to comment on the Street Lighting District budget, please utilize the raise hand feature on Zoom now. That is on the top or bottom, depending on your device. If you're on the phone, you can also hit *9 to raise your hand. Seeing none, Chair.
I'm sorry, Dylan, it looks like Jeanette had her hand raised.
But she's a member of the committee, so she's not a member of the public.
Okay.
Right. So
Chair.
seeing none.
Yeah.
So you now should be able to close the public portion.
Okay. I will now close, hearing no further questions, okay, never mind. I'm lost. I will close the public comment portion of this hearing. I will now open the discussion of the hearing and take any questions from the committee. Hearing no further questions, I would seek a motion to approve.
Chair.
Oops,
We got-
sorry.
So Jeanette was online first, and then Commissioner Schultz.
I apologize.
Thank you, Jeanette DeCastro in unincorporated Clackamas County. And I'm sorry for the late stage question. Is there coordination with Safe Routes to School and the Clackamas County Transportation Safety Committee as far as input on potential lighting improvements?
Thank you, Jeanette, for that question. Currently, we don't have coordination with that, but in looking at the future capital improvement project, safety enhancement projects, that coordination will probably rise to the top of our list because we'll have to solicit some input to figure out whether or not those projects qualify for new street lighting, to make sure we're doing worthy projects.
And to build on that
Thank
a little
you.
bit, just to make sure we're clear, these funds can only be used to provide safety improvements associated with street lighting, so they can't play for other off-road improvements or things of that nature.
I think
Chair,
Commissioner
Commissioner Schultz had a question.
Commissioner Saul?
Yes, thank you, and good morning. On your budget, the 23.9% for contingency, what do you anticipate that being used for in 2021, 22? And also, you had a new FTE on one of your slides. What does that FTE do? Am I correct? Is one new FTE?
Let's see. I'd have to look back at the slide and see what the FTE. The FTE covers my cost and then a portion of Dan's cost for managing the district. And so it should be, I think, one FTE. I can't recall what the presentation.
There's no new
There shouldn't be
proposed
any new.
FTE.
Oh, there is no, okay.
It's
Yeah.
basically
Okay.
operated by a combination of individuals that consolidate to form one FTE in its entirety.
I see, okay. One last comment. The reduction in rates, what a nice thing that is to see. And I hope that's not the only budget we see this week that's got a reduction here and there. Thank you very much.
No. To answer your other question about the contingency, so the contingency historically has been utilized for the ending fund balance, which then feeds into the following year while we wait to collect revenue from July until November, because our assessments go out in November on the property tax statements. So we just kind of have a holding there for the contingency for that purpose. And we also will be looking at that for potential capital improvement projects, some of those safety enhancements that we do.
I see, thank you.
And Chair, it looks like Commissioner Savas has his hand raised.
Mr. Savas?
Yeah, my question, just kind of building on the question that Jeanette asked. So if I understand it correctly, if there's a lighting need that is on the let's just say adjacent to or on the frontage of, let's say, a school, the school can elect to just to add the lights and pay for it, right, by itself? A single property owner, basically?
Yes and no. The district has a couple ways that you can install lighting. One of those that would fit into this category would be to do a petition process. We don't have, well, within our rules, it doesn't allow us to light just one light on the road because we found that through PG telling us that one light can cause actually less safety on the roads. Consistent lighting adds safety, so we really try to push that. With the petition process, it allows us to light full frontages from intersection to intersection. So an example where a school would want to do that, I wouldn't necessarily want to just drop one light in. I would want to light the whole road frontage from intersection to intersection. And what that does, it allows the property owners within the area to petition, get a whole street improvement, and light that whole section. But they do have that avenue to try to utilize it and do lighting, and we have had people reach out for that in the past.
Okay, yeah, thank you. I do know that some of these schools, they border 2 streets or have 2 or 3 frontages in some cases. So, yeah, your explanation makes sense. Thank you.
And as you know, Commissioner Savas, a lot of the work that we do, we try to leverage monies. So we're leveraging a combination of monies to do certain projects. And so wherever those opportunities present themselves, either it be through a capital project that we're working on that has street lighting with it, a private opportunity or safe routes to school discussion, there's a number of opportunities those funds are set aside to kind of look to cover those lighting costs associated with it to free other monies up to do other work elsewhere.
Okay, thank you.
Hearing no more further questions, I would seek a motion to approve the budget. I move that the committee approve the 2021-2022 budget for Clackamas County Service District Number 5 in the amount of $5,374,979, including revisions outlined in this presentation, and recommend that the revised rate schedule be adopted as presented.
Seconded.
The motion, I'm lost. Second, okay, now the motion has, so we go for a vote. All those in favor say aye.
Sandra, will you please take the roll call?
And actually, I will be taking the
Oh,
roll
sorry,
call.
Christina.
Yeah, sorry. Okay, so we will start with Brent Emberlin,
Aye.
Jeanette DeCastro,
Aye.
Ron Baum,
Aye.
Commissioner Scholl,
Aye.
Commissioner Schrader,
Aye.
Commissioner Savas,
Aye.
and Chair Smith.
Aye.
The motion is approved, and the budget is hereby approved. Is there any other business to discuss? This meeting is now adjourned.